brats, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel Life as Danny. I'm super excited to have you here today. Hopefully you decide to stick around and subscribe. Okay, so unfortunately I lost all audio to this entire video, so I'm gonna have to do voiceover the entire thing. So here I am showing you the basket that I'm putting all the makeup in from the previous month. So yeah, here is the basket that contains primers, foundation, and concealer. And I'm first starting off showing you the Supergoop Glow Screen. It has SPF 40. I just explained that I love using it. I love the way it makes my skin look. And then I've been pairing it with the Drunk Elephant De-Bronzy Anti-Pollution Sunshine Drops. I love the duo, so I'm showing you here. For foundation, I pulled the Too Faced Born This Way Healthy Glow. It has SPF 30. Also, I'm in the shade Light Beige. I just explained that I've been loving it, and I love how it looks and feels on my skin. Next up, I pulled the Glow Recipe Strawberry BHA Pore Smooth Blur Drops. I just explained basically that I haven't used it at all and that I'm not liking it. The times that I used it, it was really drying on my skin, and I've heard a lot of people say great things about it, so I actually put it in my drawer for the month of May. Spoiler alert, but you'll see that later. Here I am showing you my Rare Beauty concealer, and I'm in the shade 190W, and then I pulled my Maybelline Instant Aging Reign eraser concealer, and it is in 160. It's the pink one. It's going viral right now, and I just really like it. Here is my Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation in shade 3W1 Tawny. It is a staple in my collection. Every time I use it, it looks beautiful. For a face palette, I pulled the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 2 palette, I believe. I didn't use it as much as I wanted to, and I'm not the biggest fan of it, but yeah, just showing you that here. For April, I had pulled both these Essence Pure Nude blushes. They are newer to me, and they also released recently. I really enjoy them, but I didn't get much use out of them, and same with the highlighter. It is really pretty on my complexion. I really like it, and they are all really good for the price. Now starting to shop my stash for May, I am starting off with this Freck Beauty Rich Bitch Primer. The first foundation that I'm pulling is my Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. I'm in the shade 3N, and this foundation is literal liquid gold. I just love it so much. And then here I am showing you the Glow Recipe Blur Drops that I'm going to be putting in my stash one more time to try and get a feel for it. Okay, here I am going through my primer drawer, and I needed a sunscreen, so here I am picking the Curology the sunscreen. It has SPF 30, and I was just checking the expiration date because I've had a little mishap in the past with two of my sunscreens, but this expires in May of 2024, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in my drawer. Here I am choosing the Say Dewdrops. I haven't used them in a while. It's not a primer, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. And then I'm scouting out for some primers. Girl, which one are you gonna pick? This e.l.f. one? No. Let's do this one. I'm going to do the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer because I love it so much and I haven't used it in a while. So there it goes. Now we're going to look at another foundation. And go ahead, girl. Go ahead. I pick up this Guerlain one because I haven't used it in a while, but the shade match doesn't look like it's going to match, you know? And then I'm like, which one? Do ASMR. And then I'm like, oh, I haven't used this one in a while. It's the Clinique Even Better Clinical Foundation. It has SPF 25, and I am in the shade WN38 Stone. Next up for concealer, I have quickly learned that this NYX Bare With Me Concealer Serum has a shelf life of 6 months. So I was telling you here, and I was showing you right there. It says 6 months. So I'm going to go ahead and get some use out of this. I don't know how long I've had it, but let's just go ahead and put it in the drawer. And then there I go looking for a concealer. And I end up with the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer, and I'm in the shade C3. Next up, for cream bronzer, I am looking and I'm like, let's try to use this one. It's the Pixie On The Glow Bronze, and it's in the shade Beach Glow. So I'm going to put that in the drawer. For another cream bronzer, I pick up the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer, and I am in the shade Deep. I haven't used this in a while and I really like the look of it, so let's go ahead and put that in our stash. For bronzer, I am picking out my new Westman Atelier bronzer. It's their Beauty Butter Powder Bronzer, and I am in the shade Soleil Riche. It's really pretty, but I was just letting you guys know that it's nothing special. It's nothing crazy. But yeah, put it in the stash anyway. Another bronzer that I am picking out is the Power Sculpt Velvet Bronzer from House Labs. I am in the shade Light Level 4. This is like magic. I don't know. It's just different. It's really different. You have to try it to actually know what I'm talking about. Here I am showing you my two new blushes. This one being the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wand in the shade Pink Pop. I still have not used this yet, so I'm super excited to use it. So let's go ahead and put it in. And then I'm pulling my Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin blush in Prima Donna. Love this blush so much. Here I am taking you into my face palette drawer. I like to pull a face palette for variety. I pulled these 3 Hourglass face palettes. Pulled the Hourglass Elephant palette. I pulled the Ambient Lighting Edit Universe 2 palette. And then I pulled the Tiger palette. I end up going with the Ambient Lighting Edit Universe 2 palette and putting it inside of my everyday drawer. I wanted more blush and I was really indecisive, so I'm going to cut all that out. The two that I end up with is the Patrick Ta. It's the Double Take Cream and Powder Duo in She's a Doll. I just thought it was so perfect for spring, and it's like hot pink vibes, and that is the vibe that I'm going for this spring. And then I end up pulling the Melt Sandy Cheeks Cream Blush. For highlighter, I was swatching a bunch just because I was really indecisive, and I ended up with 3. So here is the first one. It's the Guerlain Terracotta Luminizer in 01 Warm Gold. I was not a fan of this when I first tried it out. It was very dry and it was not pigmented at all. But obviously I want to get some use on it. It's new, so I'm going to go ahead and pop that in my drawer. My next highlighter pick is this Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood highlighter, and I'm just showing you right here that it's very well loved. And then I pulled the Anastasia highlighter in Iced Out. And right here I'm like, okay girl, double Anastasia highlighters, but yeah, look how pretty it is. The next highlighter that I went with is this ColourPop one. It's called Candy Floss, and it's their Super Shock highlighter. I have not touched this. Like when I first got it, it was like the wrong one. It looked different online to me. So it's just been sitting in my drawer, and I finally decided I need to use it. For powder, I pulled this One Size Ultimate Setting Powder in the shade Translucent as a loose powder. And then going into pressed powders, I decided to pull my Dior Backstage Face and Body Powder No Powder in the shade Too Neutral. I really wanted to pair it with the foundation. I just wanted to see how good it would look. And then I pulled another powder, which I never do, and it's the Glowish by Huda Beauty in shade 03 Light. Finishing off with palettes, I pulled the Too Faced Christmas Bake Shop Chocolate Chip palette. Here's what it looks like. And then I pulled the That's My Jam Too Faced little mini palette. I just thought it was perfect for spring with the hot pink and the purples. And then lastly, I pulled the Dragon Beauty Fantasy Palette Volume 2, and I was just showing you how pretty these shades are, and I haven't touched it, so I'm very excited to use it this month. Now let's get to organizing this makeup. And here is the completed drawer for May. I was just letting you guys know how pretty it looks, how full it looks, and how much it's already making me want to do my makeup. I feel like this month is going to be a wonderful makeup month, and I feel like I say that every month, but I just really feel it this month. And I'm really motivated to use all this makeup. I just want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and shopping my stash with me. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you aren't already. And I will see you beauties in my next Girly in Pink video. Bye!